Thokozani bogogo, thokozani bomkhulu etinzani tonke ngenibingelela. Lo nibingelelako umafavuke njengedangamane umtulu kamakeretane ankarantima. Uduladula nyama senkopolo ningayiboni izaca kodwa igcwele amafutha umgadlela kandaba. Inyanga mthakathi. Hayi ngenibingelela namhlenza wonke. I greet each and everyone wherever you are. I hope you are fine. I hope everything is going well with you. Yeah, thanks for having this time again that you could come and listen to this teaching that I'm going to present now. The teaching we present now, I want to talk briefly about the issue Kugoduswa noma ngathi kubuyiselwe ekhaya noma ngathi kuphekeletelwa ubuyiswe ekhaya. Nangabe bosephehlweni bosekuthwaseni. I want just to briefly talk about the topic a bit. It's one topic that I haven't touched about it when I talk on my previous lessons that I've been writing about on Facebook. Yeah, I remember that there's a time where I said there are 5 main important things which needs to be done so that you will be at peace with little lako. Among those things, iyole le ngengakhuluma ngegajeko kusoselwa ngakhuluma ngako as the first thing that needs to be done uma ngabe usephehlweni order lidlo lakho lizojabula, because if the process yegajeko yekusoselwa ingazange yaba success, other processes can never follow. It will be just a waste of time for those processes to follow. I know that there are people who have gone up to the stage of Wiselo Ekaya without the process of Usoselo Kacheko was not a success, and then they are eventually given a name. Some they will even Google and check a name that they will be given because why the process was not a success. So and such people, it's a pity. I feel pity for them, because if such thing happened, those people, they still have to start afresh. And just imagine all the expenses that they would have encountered for all the processes. It's those people, it's just like, you know, this thing where people, they go to this, what they so-called bogus colleges, especially they have been there even for nursing, where a person will learn, spend 4 years and pay money. After that, after 4 years, after qualification, given that certificate, and they find that that degree is not even valid. It's not even recognized. The person cannot even practice, you see. And the person has to start afresh. If the person wanted to be a nurse, the person must start afresh, start from scratch. So it's the same thing even when it comes to here. When the process of Kachego was not a success, other processes cannot be a success also. Even this one that I'm talking about now cannot be a success, you see. So this is the last process, you see, after a person atwasile, aqedile adle intwaso, wenziwa konke, waparula, kwenziwa yonke, all the other things. After all the other main imported processes have been undergo, the fourth one, that the fourth of them, and then this one, it will be the 5th one. I will talk about the others, but today I wanted to briefly talk about this one. You see, this is one of the process that sometimes we normally don't talk about it, but this process sometimes it can be one of the most important topic, because if it has not been done properly, you will still have a problem. You see, it will be like ubalekile ephehlweni if this has not been done, and a lot will still give you some problems because you have not accomplished this process yet. This is a final process le kubuyiswa ekhaya uma umuntu asabuyiswa ekhaya. And in fact, the most important thing about this process is that kusuke kongeniswa leli dlotsi lakho ekhaya. Eldlozi leli lophumile wolthwasele. Lesikhathi when people baphuma bayothwasa kuye kuphahlwe kukhulunywe phahlwe and then ukuthi uyahamba uyokhula umntwana. But uma sokubuya ekhaya kumele again kube nama formalities, kube nemisimedo or what people they call them rituals that needs to be done before nje ungena egate. There are rituals nje, there will be sacrifices and things that are going to be done before you even ungena egate. Because why? Kumukelwa kungeniswa leli dlozi lakho leli longene nalo. You know, I remember one day I was teaching about the way emadlozi they come into our families. I say that some of them they come with abo grandmothers bethu labangena bangena nawo lamadlozi angeniswa within the family. If let's say the person uhambile uyothwasa and then is my wife, obviously uma abuya la ekhaya lendlozi kumele lingeniswe libe accepted just like her. That's why lidlozi liyalotsholo. Uma ngabe ufuna nje people they must know. I've heard people they say, hey, ngifuna kushada umuntu onemadlozi, but people they must know that it's a bit expensive kushada umuntu onemadlozi because lidlozi liyalotsholo, especially if uhamba uya ephehlweni. Maybe for instance say you were married, uyahamba uya ephehlweni. If indoda yakho is the one leyo incur all the cost ekuthwasa kwakho, then in that regard kuye kufanele nokuthi already idloti solobolile, and in that regard ke angeke kusaba nesidingo sekulobola idloti. Kepha it will be very important ukuthi elidlozi lingeniswe ekhaya. The time ufika ekhaya so ufika sozonyatheliswa bakukhaphile, it will be that time before ungene egedeni sekumele bakuphahlwe kwenziwe those rituals, kube na certain sacrifice azongeniswa idlozi. Bese ke ubaba wekhaya mhlawumbe uyakuphahlela uyangenisa ledlozi, liyamukelwa liyangeniswa la khaya, because the dlozi is gonna be la khaya now forever, and lizohamba lisebenze from one generation to another. And people as they remember, I've said that idlozi alimngeni umuntu, but lidlozi utalwa nalo, you are born nalo idlozi. Alingeni idlozi alisilo demon or imoya emibi le just ingene kubantu ihambe bangene, but idlozi utalwa nalo futhi alikumbathi, but some umoya otalwa nawo, even noma umncane utalwa nawo lo moya lo. So bese ke ubaba wekhaya uyalimukela ledlozi, liyangeniswa la khaya, mhlambe selakhelwe lendumba, liyahamba longeniswa la ndumbeni, seliyathi ukuthi selitawusebenta la ekhaya. And khona lapho kuleyo instances leyo kuzofuneka ukuthi lakhelwe ialtara. Let me say altara and put it in that way in this, but the real name liganzelo, kwakhelwe liganzelo. Khona lapho tabe selakhelwa liganzelo kuba indzawo lapha kuba ngumthundi wawo le madloti. Liganzelo lithathwa ngokuthiwa ngumthundi wawo, indzawo yawo la madloti la kaphumulela khona. And nawe indzawo lapho khona na uva ukuthi ufuna ukukhuluma nemadloti ungaya khona, ngoba ifana nealtara lakho ene indzawo la ungahlehla khona la futhi nawufuna kuhlehla, because uyalihlehlela lidloti noma ngabe sowucedile. You see, kufana lot some people they think uma ngabe sacedile kuthwasa akusho ukuthi libhudlo sangalidle, libhudlo still usengalidle. Noma ngabe sowucedile kuthwasa libhudlo kuyafuneka ukuthi uhlulidle to keep ukuthi lidloti lakho lihlale li right, ngoba phela libhudlo ikudla kwemadloti netifutho kuyafuna ukusebenzisa emahlambo, konke lento lethu kuyafuna ukuthi usebenzise noma sowucedile kuthwasa, ukuze ukuthi idloti lakho lisebenze kahle, lihlale lisemandleni, lihlale li right. So ke uma selimukelwe ledloti langena la khaya waba la khaya, seke sewutokhona ke kusebenta ke emva kwaloko ke tabe sesuyahlanganiswa ke nalomyeni wakho. Khumbula ukuthi ngesikhathi uhamba during i-process yekuthwasa bowungahlangani even nekuhlangana nemyeni wakho, because into enjalo atendiwa during i-process yekuthwasa. So tawubuya ke uhlanganiswe kahle nemyeni wakho, kuhlatshwe isilwane, nihlanganiswe, nigezwe, nihlanganiswe kahle, nibe munye. Nangabe kunala nyankwabi naye abe khona, abe ingcenye. Kubalulekile ke futhi ukuthi inyangwabi kuvele ke abe khona, ikakhulu for emandawe emandawo ayamdzinga kakhulu nyankwabo ngoba na uFemba ngeswakhona uyamdzinga vele nyankwabo lo takusida ngalesikhathi lesi sekufemba ukuthi nje inyanga manje akusevami kuba nabo bonyankwabo kodwa bona babalekile ukuthi babe khona during the time. So ngalesikhathi leso ke niyagezwa niyahlanganiswa kwentwa tonke letinto leti ke seyentwa yonke lemsimeto ngaba nanetipho kwentwe konke lokho kodwa nje lokubalulekile ukuthi leli dloti leli lingeniswe kahle libe lakhelo nemthundi. Uyabona na kwakhwaliganzelo yilapho la ikhona inkomo iye idzingeke khona. Kuthi into leti edzingeke khona netihlahla nemithi ngonke kodwa inkomo iyadzingeka. I've heard some other people they normally criticize other tinyanga letinye ngekweukuthi kudzingeke inkomo uma umuntu abuyiswa ekhaya. Vele inkomo itawudzingeka ikakhulu nakutawa khwaliganzelo. Ngaphandle langabe liganzelo lingeke lakhe ngoba kunetibiyo letikhona noma ngathi kunetinto letikhona leti laphakathi enkomeni lokumele tithathwe ukuze kusetshenziswe kwakhwaliganzelo neliganzelo ngilo lolitakunika ilungelo lokuthi ukhone ukuthi nawe kusasa ukhone ukuthi uthwasise ngalo uniketwe lihlaka lekuthi nawe ukhone ukuthi uthwasise uma ngabe soneliganzelo. Kodwa nangabe mhlambe liganzelo lungeke lakhiwe ngendeka nje mhlambe kube timbuti kuphela letawudzingeka ukuthi ubuye ngato kube kuphela. Kodwa ke letinye into kufuna sathi ukuthi le process le yekubuya ekhaya sometimes ingaba a bit cost especially nangabe uthwasela ukuthi ngoba kufuna ukuthi phela kucashwe kwekuhamba kucashwe i-transport. There need to be a transport and if you are coming from far it can be very very costly because still kusafuna nalena uprovide ukudla kuprovide tshwala lobudzingekako kuphiswe kwentwelo wanalokwa kuhlatshwe and that process sometimes can be very very costly, you see. But what is very important is that even if no matter how much it can be costly, the most important thing is that everything must be done in order because it's very very painful when you undergo all this process. You get into this one kwenziwe emaganzelo kwenziwayo all this thing and you find ukuthi awuzange wathwasa kahle i-process yakho yokuthwasa uzange waqala wathwasa kahle, you still have to start afresh and other instances kufanele uze uguqule nempande futhi yabo. So that thing is very 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 painful, especially in the issue yemdawo nenzuza, because most of the people they can't do that one, get that one correctly. They can't get that one, those two correctly or rightly, you see. So that's what normally cause people to undergo initiation one after another, one after another, one after another. So it is very important that umuntu abuye ngoba if ingakenziwa this process awubi ne-right yekunyathela ekhaya. I know ukuthi manje sekuyenzeka but umuntu angazaphume ekhaya athi yothwasa akafanele ukuthi abuye nje abe sekhaya without that ceremony angene emadlotsi angeniswe kahle, because emadlotsi they will think ukuthi lo mlona ubalekile akekho ephehlweni. That's why angeke kube it's not possible ukuthi ungathwasa usekhaya uvuke ekseni ephehlweni uhambe uyolala ekhaya kini uvuke ephehlweni. The thing is not possible. Ukuthwasa in fact it needs one to be dedicated ukuthi abe nesikhathi ahlale khona lapha ephehlweni. But you know ukuthwasa could take a very very long time. It can take even more than a year because there are so many things that to learn. But now due to the circumstances that we have now, we find that some people they will spend 3 months due to the reason of imisebenzi, ikolo and all those like. But in the past all those things were not there. So and those people even after, let's say they've done everything, after even this last one yekashwa ekubuyiselwa ekhaya, and they will still have an opportunity ekubuyela ephehlweni to learn and other things, because they can still learn other things but masterisha and learn other things, you see. That's still not a problem. They can give themselves time to learn so many things, you see. Those things that abangazange basifunza ephehlweni because of the duration of their time, you see. We have heard several people laba kanjalo. So this ceremony ke na ubuya ke la ubuya khona nemituntu yakho, ubuye khona nawo konke emagona akho, ubuye khona nezikhwama zakho zemithi, ugobela uyakulungisela vele uyakupakela phela akupakele nemithi, especially i-basic yonke nje ngathi the basic muthi that you are going to use to start your work ukuthi ulaphe abantu you are going to have there in that one. So kuhlanganiswe konke, so that you can start, because now you have finished your process. But kufunda akupheli. Akusho ukuthi once now you have undergone this process, it means now you are a master. Now you master everything. You still need to learn other things. Kufunda akupheli ebunyangeni. I started long kule area lena, but there are still so many things that I'm still learning even up to now. You know, there will be no time where I would say now I can't learn anything. Every time you will learn new things from other tinyanga, from other brothers, from other sisters. Bobonke nje uyafunda bogogo labomkhulu, you learn so many things. So akusho ukuthi because now wena sowubuyile ephehlweni wangeniswa ekhaya, langeniswa lidloti lakho, lamukelwa la ekhaya, usho ukuthi manje wena hayi so you master, you still now don't need to learn anything. Even if now you are given i-right kwekuthi now so ungathwasisa now wenzelwa ganzelo, obviously you still have to go uyolobola kugobela ulobola impande ukuze ukuthi unikezwe impande ngalokufulu. You still have to do that. Most of them, they just need maybe mathwasa abe 3 kokuthi ulobole ngawo, so that uthole i-ownership yempande yekuthi nawe so ungathwasiswa unikedwe impande. You see, so these are some of the things that are needed. So you still need to learn, but nalapho. So lesi sikhathi nawubuyiswa ekhaya kumele unyatheliswe mhlambe ekhaya kini, mhlambe sewashada before uthole ukuthi uya la emzini, kumele ukuthi uyonyatheliswa kuphi ekhaya kini cala la uzalwa khona, ngoba nelidloti buya khona unyatheliswe khona before uya ekhaya lapho khona uyohlala khona. Lesi sikhathi ngazabe yi-2-3 emakhaya kumanyatheliswe, and that will make it more and more costly. That's why I always wish that this process yekuthwasa can be done properly. Umuntu athi noma afa kuma expenses akhe akwenze this process once and for all, as ukuthi I've done it once and for all. Because just imagine you spend all those, some people, some emaphetwa, they are very expensive. Some people, they spend a lot of money. Totally for ukuthwasa kuphela, even angabuyisi can spend over 100,000 these days. They call it school fees and what. It can be very, very expensive. But it's painful when you meet such people who have undergone such expenses, but things were not done properly. You see, I've met several people who have been in that very same circumstance. Things were not done properly. I've undergone everything until ngabuyiswe ekhaya, kwanze kwenziwa ngenzelwa neganzelo, kwenziwa konke, kwahlatshwa inkomo, kwahlatshwa imbuzi, everything kwenziwa, ngagezwa, kwenziwa yonke lento, wafakwa iphandla, wafakwa nyongo, kwenziwa everything, all the rituals which I won't get into the details of, but things we found that at the end idlozi liyakhala, alitholanga impande yalo. And when things happen like this, it becomes very painful and it pains me a lot. I've met people who have spent over 200,000 or 150,000, but things were not done properly. And some people found that they were supported by their families. And it's difficult for them now to go back to the family and say things were not done properly. Because now when you want to take them and help them now properly, then the family will, how will you guarantee the family that now things are going to be done in a right manner, things are going to be done properly? Some families have spent a lot of money. So I will plead, if something you don't understand and you don't have impande corner, please don't take chances. Please just refer those people to other people, and you won't die for that. You see, because it's waste of money there, it's waste of time and waste of money. So think about that now. The person has to start afresh now. So this is how things are happening. So I will plead Ibokobela to help our people. Yeah. So as I was saying, but if as I've mentioned, if let's say indoda yakho ayizange yakuthwasisa ngiyole spend lama fees akho ekuthwasa, in that regard kufanele alobole idlozi before lingeniswa kahle ngalokuphelele ekhaya. Kumele alobole idlozi, liyalotsholwa idlozi ukuze akhone ukungenisa kahle ekhaya. And the people must put in mind, angeke ufuna ulotsholwa lo mfazi ekucala before kulotsholwa idlozi. awumani uthi ojaka kulobola dlozi and ngeke nimane nihlanganiswe nje kuhlanganiswa iboyfriend kuthiwe sekuyakhungana khungina into ekuhamba tokukhungana tema boyfriend nema girlfriend and edlozini ayikho i-fight and set ayifuneki i-fight and set edlozini and kufanele nje ukuthi kwenziwe into properly alotsholwe lo mfazi and then asalotsholwe lo mfazi bese ke ekugcineni ke nelidlozi lalotsholwa liyangeniswa kahle lingeniswe kahle ekhaya idlozi lamukelwe kahle ngendlela lefanele liphahlele ngoba seloba idlozi lalakhale liyosebenza lakhaya for generation to generation so liyalotsholwa ke idlozi nine bengwazi liyalotsholwa idlozi bantwana bethongo so kufuna sikwati lokho ukuthi if uthatha umntwana nemadloti kube kwenjalo so idloti ke liyangeniswa ekhaya ilingeniswe lamukelwe uyabona nje nangabe ungakanyatheliswa kuba nzima kakhulu nekwekuthi uye ekhaya yakini ungaze noma ngabe kunemgcwabo noma kunani angeke uze ukhona ngisho kuye emgcwabeni nangabe usenkanyatheliswa ngoba once waphuma wayothwasa kumele ubuye ngendlela lefanele lidloti lingeniswe kahle ekhaya otherwise tawumosha wonke lo msebenzi wonke lo wendile uma ungavele ubuye nje kuyofana nokuthi ubalekile ungacedzanga uma sowubuya nje ungazange wabuyiswa kahle fanele ukuthi ubuye kahle properly ngendlela in a right way all the rituals must be observed everything must be done properly the way it's supposed to be done then ke wakhelwe liganzelo wendele konke uthola sinendumba yakho say right bese ke sokufakelwa neliphanze ke lapha endubeni yakho wenzelwa neliphanze kuba right ke konke ke kuba kahle ke nemagona akho khomata yakho indumba yakho ifakwe eliphanze kwenziwa yonke into takho taba sorted kahle kube kahle then suya practice uyaqala ke so practice umsebenzi wakho ebunyanga uyalapha kodwa na phela you will still be connected nebantu labatakusita lapha nalapha because ngeke ukuthi ubuya nje so ubuya so imaster especially those people labasebenzako they don't even spend much time basephehlweni so they can't be master nje ngesikhashana hayi nine bengwazi enebantwana bethongo ngithi thokozani nini nonke bengithi nje angichaze kancane ngalendzaba ngiyathemba ukuthi iphindze ngiyelanga saphinde sichaze futhi lendzaba yekubuya naso ubuya ephehlweni ngicela ke ningakhohlwa kusubscribe to my page Silindza subscribe to my page Silindza please subscribe to my page Silindza mawufuna lisito noma ngane ngemadloti ngemndawo enzuza yini ufuna kusitwa noma yini you can contact me 082 802 7931 082 802 7931 you can share this page you can subscribe to this page is called Silindza more lessons are still to come on your way so siyathokoza abantwana bethongo siyavalelisa ke uma favuke njengedangamane Mkhulu Themba Silindza yavalelisa umtulu kaMakereta nehankarantima udula nyama senkopolo ningayiboni kuzaca kodwa ugcwele amafutha amgadlela kandaba inyanga mthakathi ngithi hayi share this page and like this page and subscribe to this page for anything nofuna nodwa uyagula inkinga noma yini lonato noma ngofuna kwathi into emasiko noma yini unganceni ungasifonela kuyo le number lengishilo lo 082 802 7931 siyathokoza abantwana bethongo siyathokoza enzaweni tonke Silindza.